Before you stands a shrine to Amadia, her solemn face carved of ancient stone.
Examine the statue.
This statue of Amadia seems ancient. Moss blooms from cracks all over the stone, and tears of rain stream from her eyes. A hollow space marks the center of her creased brow.
So we need something to place there. Place your hand on the shrine and ask... No. Pray to her. Take a leave. We clearly need something. Hollow space. So it'll open up. We can get there. Any other way to do it? Something crashed here and exploded. We have to be careful about that. Oh, God damn it. Yawn. What is that? We'll take the long way. So what's the problem here? Don't quite have the reach. Air war. Well, not sure what I'm supposed to do with them though.
Did that cause a reaction?
Right, so this is the way to get rid of the wards. I see, simple enough. Lose has the best elemental defenses. be able to jump to the northern platform.
I can't make heads nor tails of this.
Engraved jewel. A jewel with strange markings etched into each facet. It would no doubt fetch a high price, but perhaps it has another purpose. We have quite a few of these items.
I have no idea what any of this means.
Mystery item. Knight of Amadia. Nothing special, a lot of magic defenses. Looks simple enough.
More of those damn sentinels.
I'm not sure the damage is all that troublesome, really. We have to use 3 people. Looks like trouble.
Our defenses are breached. Must I kill you now? It would pain me.
Note that it would probably pain you too.
You are not of the Black Ring. I am relieved. I greet you. I was, Amadia's chosen champion.
She gasps and bows her head in deference.
Forgive me. Please, I hold this boon. It is Amadia's. It should be yours.
Accept the gift.
A pair of gloves, beaten and worn, but clearly of the highest value, especially to a wizard.
Ask her what is she doing up here? Does she serve Amadia?
I came to the council to learn to be divine. I failed. I'm not made to be pursued by evil. and that's what it means to be God-woken. Afterwards, I roamed the island, as did all we fallen knights. But my worst fears came true when the Black Ring came. I fled here. I made sure the temple was defended and went to the altar. I prayed to Amadia for help, but she did not answer. I'm not ashamed to say that I hid. There is untold evil in the world, and it has reached the island. It seeks the God-woken who would be divine. I cannot bear it.
Tell her you seek Amadia's altar.
Amadia's altar is at the highest point. Climb to the sky and you may find it. But be warned, Amadia rarely answers now, and when she does, she sounds unwell. May she speak to you with love.
She bows her head in deference and allows you to leave.
Do you have the access to this door now, here with the gemstone?
A bird flits in the background as you approach the altar. Laying your hand on the weather-beaten stone, you feel a gentle heat. A sense of warmth and peace fills you.
Drop to your knee and whisper a prayer to the goddess.
As you whisper your words, you feel the world around you melt away. You open your eyes to an old log house, a roaring fire, and a door ajar. Pushing the door open, you find a bedroom, comfortably furnished. In the middle of a bed, wrapped in blankets, is an old, shivering woman.
It is so good of you to come. I'm so proud of what you have accomplished, of the hero you are becoming. You will be at the well soon, but first I must ask you for help.
She leans forward, grey hair falling to frame her wrinkled face, and whispers.
I am so hungry. I need to feed. I need your sauce.
Step forward and allow her to take your source.
The woman takes you in her arms, pulling you close in a warm, soft embrace. You almost can't help relaxing as her warmth spreads through you. You're still breathing in her scent, the smell of home, when you feel her claws. They press into your back, tearing cloth, breaking skin, pushing deep into muscle. A gasp escapes your lips, and you sense it, her ferocious hunger as she starts to feed. You feel your source draining away, your energy sapping, your own hunger becoming unbearable. You push her away, staggering backwards, until you rest gasping against the door. The figure in the bed draws the curtains and smiles as she is bathed in moonlight. She turns back to you, her grey hair now streaked with gold. She gets out of the bed, walking towards you, but you feel your god pulling you back, pulling you away from her claws. The room fades, but Amadia's moon remains, now emblazoned on the altar before you.
It seems like the moon symbol is always the same, but it sort of seems to lean into a different direction or point into a different direction compared to the Dunar rune. Something similar happened in the Elven Temple, but I didn't notice any rune there.
She acknowledges your presence with a simple knock.
getting good amount of experience out of this, I guess. And I certainly don't give a shit about the source point loss. That's trivial to recover. I'm wondering, does it have other side effects? I mean, if you can go to the temple without doing it with any of the gods, what would be the difference? Is this good for us or bad for us?
Before you stands a shrine to Amadia, her solemn face carved of ancient stone.
Examine.
This statue of Amadia seems ancient. Moss blooms from cracks
Place the
all over
gem.
the stone, with the grating sound of stone upon stone. The statue of Amadia moves to one side, revealing a secret room.
Stone skin potion, belt of divine level belt, giant thunder rune, money, good belt, level 17, thievery, sneak, constitution, lucky charm. Good for you, because we could get permanent thievery. The belt is certainly good enough to warrant using it anyway. Yeah. We might as well switch the jack strap on, I guess. So that's 3 temples down. Okay, Zortisa seems like a good follow-up place, because we have to go there anyway. And we have no idea what we could possibly do to counter the mind controlling that the master can put on Sebille. So I think we just have to basically go there and deal with it. Imperia the Stalwart. A crab.
You there! Prithee, goodly traveller, might I prevail upon you to answer a question?
Far away.
You see, I am on a mission most grave. I seek a sorcerer most foul, most reviled, most feared. Her name is
His pincers sizzle wildly.
Septa the Ineffable. Have you heard tell of this wicked beast on your travels?
Yep. Ask why he's looking for such an apparently fearsome creature.
Why, I shall slay her with a single thrust of my sword-like claw. For mine is an ancient and noble order, bent on destroying that which would destroy. Septa is a sorcerer, and I am a source hunter.
Say you remember such a crap. You met her in Fort Joy.
Oh no. You spoke to her. Face to whatever you call the odd frontly part of your person. I regret to inform you, you haven't much longer to live then. Now that she has your scent, it won't be long until Septa tracks you here and guts you like a minnow. You have my sympathy. The hunt continues. Imperio, away!
Well, that was a thing. I think we got a better lighting room. Right, giant thunder rune. So, does anyone use thunder rune? Masterwork, 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 source orb, source orb, source orb. Source orb, large flame, large thunder, dodging. Yeah, I don't give a crap apparently. Masterwork runes seem to be very good, utilized quite a lot, but everything else totally ignored. Cave entrance, okay. Well, this is entrance to the temple, but do we care about it? Not at the moment.
I
Want
can't
to
make
meet the
heads
master.
nor tails of this.
A lot of these can't make heads or tails about it. This could be something that Thane would do. You would imagine this would be the highlight of his companion quest. I can't imagine arcs being any more interesting to me than this. Blood and gold. I think an ancient
Good
plate.
find.
Desert lake. Okay. Pretty much time for us to just go there and see what the hell happens. Much else we can do. It's an abysmal failure, that's actually fine too. That's why we know that we have to do something else before we can go
I've
there.
spotted something.
Another alternative entrance to the temple, maybe? No, just okay loot.
One step, then another, ever closer. You can tell from her bearing, Sebille has never been so ready to kill, so on the brink of impending action. She's like a cat, all concentrated muscle, that split second before it pounces. Another step, ever closer. The moment has finally come. She's found the master. The eyes of predators meet.
Sebille?
He snaps his fingers, and she involuntarily snaps to attention.
Here you go, breaking my heart.
That's the plan, mastermind.
Remain silent.
He sighs, sadly.
I don't begrudge you your freedom, Sebille. Your escape relieved me of having to witness your death by your own hand. The inevitable last command. I would have watched you, like I have all this time, glad to see you live, sometimes even laugh. I'm very fond of you, you know.
The feeling's not quite mutual.
Not yet.
Another snap, different fingers, different sound. She looks to the ground. She's bowing before him.
Utter control. The tool of a tyrant, you think? But you're mistaken. Let me indulge you with an explanation. Everything I do for a much greater good. The supreme example of this is you, Sebille.
Demand to know why her. Why did he do this to Sebille?
She's the prime scion. It had to be her. The other scions knew and welcomed her. They sought out their own killer. It was all so very elegant. What I did had to be done, Sebille. And I had to be the orchestrator, for I am the House of Shadows. I am the Fate Weaver. I am the hand that guides a blind world.
Sebille slowly draws her needle.
Time to get to the point.
My, you still have the needle I gave you. How very gratifying. A fine instrument, is it not? Precise, exact. Just like me. Just like you. You should know that I forced you to shed the blood of scions because rather than a killer, it transformed you into a savior of untold millions. Here's the final truth, Sebille. The true evil here is not me. It's you. The Mother Tree and her scions do not seek to carve out their own part of peace in this world. They seek to carve out the whole wide world for themselves. They want their roots to conquer every last inch of Rivellon. World domination. The prevalence of one race over all others. That is what they desire. That is what I counteract.
Yeah, that seems to fit with what we heard the Mother Trees, the Elven God's servants or priests talk to. Prepare for an all-out war against the other races. You contemplate his words and come to a conclusion. He's still a dead man.
He died the day he met me.
Death, death, death. Did I create a monster after all? I don't begrudge you your freedom, Sebille, but you came looking for me driven by no more than ordinary bloodlust. All you see is red. You've lost sight of all reason. You know how the scar works. You know I have but to sing a single tune. You've no hope whatsoever of defeating your master.
We should have come here with the Red Prince, probably. I wonder if you can come with both of them. The reason I didn't want to load immediately or try it the other way is because when we met Stingtail, it was another character that both of them had to meet, and the game sort of treated them in the order that you had to do in order for both of them to have their interactions. So I'm assuming this might be the case here too.
He sings. The Scar song swells, 1,000 tiny needles in Sebille's soul, chipping away at her will.
Try to silence him.
You're too late. The melody has taken hold of her mind. The song continues. Sebille's eyes grow dull. She's completely under the lizard's thrall once more, lost to you forever.
Yeah. Thing is, we knew all this, but we can't even discuss the issue with Sebille. She talks about someone has to have the teach the spell or the counter song, so she can be resisted. But I can't even ask her about it. So I'm not sure what
Yes.
the hell am I supposed to do. I'm gonna dump Sebille and do it, and I can't think of any other way to do this then.
Sebille the Shy.
I must speak with this man. Please stay close and keep an eye out for assassins in the shadows.
Not, you're on your guard.
Very good. Now for some answers.
Red Prince. At last we meet, or rather, meet with your awareness of my presence. How often I've stood by you but an arm's length away, a shadow within the shadows. Untouchable. Almost like meeting an old friend.
His eyes are black holes in a black-skinned sky. He bows with the deference of a noble among nobles, swinging ever so playfully between sincerity and sarcasm.
I suppose I should start with an apology for the attempts on your life. Talk about getting off on the wrong foot, wouldn't you say?
Failed attempts, remember? Hardly made me break a sweat, those lackeys of yours.
To my astonishment, and I admit my admiration. You may find this hard to believe, but given different circumstances, I would have been quite content to let you live. Let you play the Emperor from your golden throne in your golden city. Alas, certain events beyond even my control were set in motion. Ripples became waves. I had to act. And so I arranged for you to meet with an unfortunate self-inflicted end.
The succubus. Ask if it was he who turned the creature against the Red Prince.
His libido is legendary. How could he resist? And what better way to organize his demise? But of course I didn't know then he was God-woken, stronger than the demon. It's almost a pity we find ourselves on such opposite sides, all because of who you are, and all because of who she is. It was Sadha who set events in motion, Red Prince. If you were the ripple, she was the wave. She's a tidal wave that will take wing, become a murder of dragons, red as the setting sun, that will alight every corner of this world with the terrible splendor of fire.
A murder of dragons? That's why he uses that particular term of venery.
To make a point, for it is murder they would commit, and it would be murder that would be committed upon them. The simple truth of the matter is that yes, we lizards were dragons once. The mightiest creatures to rule sky, earth, and sea. But such was the jealousy of our power that all other races united against us and brought us to the brink of extinction. No one knows what happened next. Was it wizardry? Was it Zol Stissa who took mercy on us even then? Suddenly we were dragons no more. Lizards instead. And as lizards we flourished and built an empire once more. But the House of Dreams trades in prophecy. They've always known we could be dragons again. For one day a man and a woman will be born, and their skin will be red, and the fruit of their union will be great red dragons.
A day that will come to pass.
Curse your obstinance. Listen to me. I am the House of Shadows. This is my role. I see the great games in motion, allow them their flux when they advance for good, cut them short when they advance for evil, even if that means doing evil. The renaissance of dragons would spell the end of our race, plain and simple. To that end, I needed you to die, but you proved to be all too worthy an opponent. An opponent, I would now see an ally. Ally with me, Red Prince. Find Sadha and kill her. If she births dragons, all other races will unite against us, and this time they will destroy us for good. We were spared last time. The condition of our continued existence was that we'd never let the dragon roar again.
They look each other in the eyes, like two chess players contemplating their next move.
Play along. He may know where Sadha is. He may be right, but the thing is, I don't want to make this decision for the Red Prince. It might be, if dragons start to cause trouble, this might be the consequence. It happened before, but at the same time, the lizards didn't die out before, so why would they die out again? For all we know, some of them might join up in the fight against the dragons, if there is any kind of a war between other races and the dragons. It's a lot of ifs.
Actually, I think I'll call his bluff. Now then, I'm the Red Prince. Your role in this story is over. I am its sole protagonist. Sadha may indeed be dangerous. I may decide she must die. I may not. But it will be my decision. You're out of options, Master of Shadows. Tell me where she is.
The Shadow Prince stands checkmated, and he knows it.
I truly have no choice, have I? Very well. I must put the fate of all lizards in your hands. But beware. Sadha is ultimately dangerous. Not only will she be the mother of dragons, I fear she's fallen in with an old enemy. Them.
He points to the fallen black ring.
If I'm correct, and Sadha's heart has been darkened by the ring, you may be able to find her through their scrying magic. There's a thing on this island known as the Sallow Map. He is a master of mirrors. Mirrors like his will read your mind and show you what you desire, if you manage to elude or eliminate him.
So we need to... we might be able to use it if we're skilled enough.
A word of warning, though. He is like a shred of nightmare ripped from the dream realm, set loose in reality. Do not underestimate this creature. Be careful, and become the savior of all lizards, Red Prince. Become the true emperor of your people.
I will be Emperor, yes. Of lizards or dragons, that remains to be seen.
Okay, no fight. Not sure how to handle this with Sebille then, though. Because we would prefer an interaction, but at the same time she's totally incapable of doing that, and she refuses to discuss the ways we could make that happen. So I'm sort of confused what I'm supposed to do. I mean, I could just pick a fight and kill him, I guess, but I don't want to do that. I feel like that's me admitting that I... Oh, don't do that. Me more or less admitting that I can't figure out what the hell am I supposed to do with this. It could be tied to the mother tree. More or less, basically, we need to take her out. I don't really object to how this would play out, even in that case. I sort of object to the fact that she mentions the song. She clearly knows that she needs to have a way to counter it, but there's no way for me to even discuss it, to know what the fuck are you talking about? How could we proceed? I mean, something. I don't see any other way besides the mother tree. At the same time, we have a lot of temples still left unexplored, so we don't necessarily have to go there now. We could just as well go through the temples, see what our options are, see what we can find here, and then if we don't find anything else, we'll take out the mother tree, hope that we'll find a way for Sebille to have immunity toward the mind affecting, and then take out the Shadow Prince. I don't know what else I could do. Every temple visit is 10,000 experience alone. Completing each temple is quite a bit more.
This is not quite the safest place I've ever been.
We'd better find a way inside before it all goes up in smoke, and us with it.
Fire resistance ingredients. It won't work against the lava though, so I wonder what we're supposed to do here really. I have a piece of source here.
The spirit before you drips source from his raggedly slit throat. Realizing that you can see him, he throws a wry smile in your direction.
Ah, Godwoken. You know how you relive bad exams in your nightmares? Good news, you get to relive them in death, too.
Tell him you've never had an exam end as badly as he seems to have.
He rolls his neck, sauce gurgling and spouting from the deep gash. He laughs, and his laugh is a bitter one.
As I was facing the trials, I was killed by another Godwoken hopeful. He's long gone now, but I'm still here. I just can't stop thinking about it. That one answer, the one I couldn't get in time. Anan Fallon Reveal. Anan Fallon Reveal. What in the void comes next?
You remember Tarquin muttering this very phrase. What was next? Ah yes, Amadio Valucio de Anmeidrita Dumores.
His face lights up, gratitude shining forth from it.
That's it! That's it!
He begins to fade from view, but as he disintegrates, he traces an esoteric sigil in the air between you and pushes forceful energy into you, restoring you.
So nothing happened to me. Yay! I wonder if there's a way to answer that without having Tarquin. Not that it matters too much. Okay. So this is about as big of a temple as we're gonna get here. Why don't you... might require persuasion.
The air is thick with heavy flakes of ash. The altar before you seems to radiate heat as you approach.
Kneel and pray.
There is a blinding flash, and you are surrounded by flame. It licks your skin, enveloping you, but does not burn. Looking up, you see Zor Stissa sitting on an ember throne, surrounded by faintly glowing stars. Her eyes are mocking and angry, but you can see that her scales are starting to flake and fall.
Weakling! You have wasted my time by coming here. My champion will ascend at the wellspring. No other can overcome trial by flame.
Both that you are willing to take on any challenge that she has to offer.
There is no challenge, Godwoken. There is only flame. My chosen will overcome.
The lizard slams her fist against her throne, sending embers flying. One of the stars above her ignites, wreathing itself in flame. The flames around you flare, and you're enveloped in an inferno. The fire rips through you, scorching your flesh and burning your clothes. The vision fades, leaving only the blazing fire, a glowing sun emblem on the altar, and the echoing laughter of a malicious god.
A different type of an emblem this time. That was it. That's pathetic. We have to visit the Black Ring at some point too. This is not a good point to do it though. Heart of the Mother. That's another temple at least. Could be another somewhere there. What I want to do is I want to see the shrine that was here. Ooh. I don't see any kind of a marking here. Another cave entrance. Okay, at least coming here was useful for something. Where is this cave entrance? Turtle. Right. This is a good place to end. There's maybe 2 to 3 sides still here. This is a dead end, so it doesn't go all that much farther than this. Speak with the turtle real quick.
I've spotted something.
Blank skill. I mean, what the fuck is this useful for? Because you could produce low-level skills with this. If you had any remote interest in using air, you would have had all of these a long time ago. I suppose there could be some theoretical use for it, but like creating spell books in order to craft combination books, things like that. But I feel that's very, very improbable.
Nothing to see here. Please move along.
Not the tortoise's great age. She must know much about the island.
I know it's doomed. All will die, and all will fall to ruin. You bring chaos here. You bring death. Leave me out of it. Leave me be.
Fair enough. A ship. What is this? There seems like there's a gigantic whirlpool here. Something odd anyway. Massive thing on the map. I suppose it's a Black Ring encampment of some sort. We can visit that next time. What is this? Is it a temple? It's a murky cave. We got the same amount of experience though when entering a temple, and it sort of looks like temple-ish. So either it's a temple or it's a... ooh, it's a weapon.